Everyone, welcome back. Hey everyone, welcome back. Psychopath1c here. Um, I'm gonna be reviewing a film I got in the mail from my uncle. I actually got two films. Let me get the other one. Unhinged. I'm not reviewing this one yet. Haven't watched it yet. Yeah, a horror movie soon. I haven't watched Unhinged. Um, but the movie I'm going to be talking about is The Ghost of Goodnight Lane. I looked for reviews of this on YouTube and I only found one. And I have not watched it. Um, Pretty much the story goes we've got this movie crew. They're pretty much renting a house for the set of their movie, which is pretty much like a ripoff of Death Proof, like the Grindhouse type of movies, hot girls with guns. Um, and what ends up happening is slowly things start to happen. Like it starts off pretty harmless at first. Stuff moves around. People get locked in rooms. Lights go out. Stuff like that. But then you get the overall feeling that the ghost isn't fucking around anymore. So uh, pretty much the ghost is a little girl, and she was evil in life, but she's more evil in death. Um, so she kills one person by making the person cut herself, like cut her throat, cut her forehead, cut her wrists, cut her entire arms up. Um, it's not a very gory film, so don't go into it thinking it's going to be balls to the wall gore because you're not going to find it here. It says it's a homage to the greatest kills in the genre, whereas the kills are good. I would not consider them the greatest because Dead Alive has some of the best kills. Burning Moon had some really kick-ass kills. Drive Through, if anybody likes Drive Through, that one has some pretty interesting kills. The funhouse scene in that movie is my favorite scene. But Ghost of Goodnight Lane, that's the name of the town, Goodnight Lane. Danielle Harris is in this. She gets possessed by the girl, the ghost girl. And the ghost girl has kind of a secret. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it involves her real father, and I did not see the twist coming. So pay attention when it's doing the flashbacks of her father and her mother. Um, Later on in life, when she gets to be about 7 or 8, I think it is, she kills her stepfather, stabs him to death. Um, I think she killed her mother too. I can't remember. But anyways, her father will blow your mind who you find out who it is. Lacey Chabert also plays in this. Um, Many people will knock Lacey Chabert's performance in movies. I don't mind her all that much. She did good in Scarecrow, which is the film that came out in 2012, 2013. She did good in Black Christmas. Um, she does good in this movie, so I don't really mind Lacey Chabert too much. Um, Overall, I did enjoy this movie. My uncle put so much hype into this movie, it wasn't even funny. So, when I went into it, I was expecting some great movie, but sorry, uncle, it's not the greatest movie I've ever seen. He said it was so scary, and when you've seen stuff that I have, nothing scares you anymore. The Exorcist is the scariest movie I've ever seen. True as the Deep Blue, that is the scariest movie that has actually scared me. Evil Dead used to scare me when I was little, but hey, it scared a lot of little kids. Um, and Fatal Frame, Silent Hill, the original Resident Evils, those are pretty scary. And this takes a lot of stuff from the game Fear. If anybody remembers the game Fear 2, there's a little girl that keeps chasing you. Um, in this movie, there's a little girl killing people. So, yeah. And they even take a scene right out of Fear 1 where a guy's being thrown against the walls by an invisible force. So, yeah. This ghost is not the ghost. But this is in the movie. There's the ghost right there. Doesn't really look like a little girl, but it is a little girl. Billy Zane did a really good job. Not really a big Billy Zane fan, but I think he did a pretty funny job. Like there's a scene where he's talking about, well, the guy wanted to whack off and get some coffee, and the cast and crew of the movie are like, um, he died, and then Billy Zane's like, I just told you, he whacked off. And I'm just laughing and giggling. So, Billy Zane did a really good performance in this movie. I liked it. It says the dead don't forget, which definitely reminds me of The Grudge. Because the punchline for The Grudge was never forgive, never forget. So, yeah. No special features. What do I give Ghost of Goodnight Lane? Because it harkens back to the days of old ghost stories and everything, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. My uncle gives it a 10 out of 10, even though he doesn't review movies on YouTube. He's not into the internet like I am. But, 8 out of 10 is pretty fair for a movie like this. Danielle Harris did a good job, like I said. Lacey Chabert did a good job. The whole cast did a really good job. There's some sexual innuendos, but there's never really a true sex scene. Like, Lacey Chabert is making out with her boyfriend, but no topless scenes or anything. There is a shower scene, but just as it's about to show the full boob, it cuts away. So, yeah, it teases you a little bit. But I didn't mind it too much. When I go into a ghost movie, I want to see a ghost, and this movie definitely delivered. Um, Anyways, 8 out of 10. Pick it up if you're curious. If you are curious, you'll most definitely like it. But if you're not curious and you don't like ghost movies, then you will definitely hate this movie. The ending, if you watch in the middle of the credits, it looks like they might make a sequel, but I don't think this needs a sequel. I think it should be a standalone film like The Loved Ones. Now, this is better than The Loved Ones, don't get me wrong, but in today's times, we don't need sequels to horror movies because uh, with today, we don't have that true slasher to really kick us into high gear and be like excited for the new horror coming out. The girl in this really really awesome. She is pretty brutal with what she does. And like I said, the father, her real father, will blow your mind once you find out who it is. Um, and pretty much, um, Hatchet is really the only series I can think of off the top of my head that actually did deserve sequels because uh, I thought it harkened back to the days of Friday the 13th and whatnot. And overall, I enjoy all three Hatchet films. I do not hate any of the Hatchet movies. Hatchet 1, awesome. Hatchet 2, beyond awesome. Hatchet 3 could be better, but it's equally as good as the first one. Uh, if they do make a Hatchet 4, which I highly, highly doubt because of the way Hatchet 3 ended, um, who knows what would happen in the fourth one. Because fourth movies are never as good, except for when it comes to Halloween 4, Friday the 13th Part 4, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, which, by the way, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 is my favorite one, and Halloween 4 is my favorite one, and Friday the 13th Part 6 is my favorite Friday the 13th. Um, Witchcraft 4, um, it's been forever since I've seen the Witchcraft movies, it's not even funny. But that movie series I think went all the way up to 16. So that might be considered the longest running series of films because they did Witchcraft, Witchcraft 2, Witchcraft 3, Witchcraft 4, Witchcraft 5, Witchcraft 666. Um, but the thing about the Witchcraft movies is it started off as horror, but then it slowly turned into softcore porn. Literally. No plot, just sex. So, if you want a good time, definitely check out Ghost of Goodnight Lane. I really, really enjoyed it, but it's not the greatest movie I've ever seen. Anyways, that's all I have to say about this movie. I should be back within a couple of days. So, yeah. And something is wrong with the YouTube uploader. So, if uh, for some reason you see the date uh, being like April, not April, but June 24th, June 25th, it's because I'm still waiting for the uploader to work. Um, it is June 22nd now, so yeah. Anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed this review. Um, and definitely pick this up if you're interested, because if you're interested, you'll like it. But if you're not interested and you don't like ghost stories, you will not like this. So, I'm out. Psychopath1 signing off.